Brisbane. Dear Madam, please accept my hearty congratulations upon winning the Ladies Singles Championship, the Ladies Doubles Championship and the Mixed Doubles Championship of the QCLTA. Wishing you continued success.
I'm Wendy Turnbull and I hope you are enjoying Frew Park YouTube channel.
Hi, my name's Ian Macaulay and this is my wife Judy, and we're proud to be part of the promotion for the history of Milton tennis courts.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. 6 months ago I was sitting in this very room with Ian Macaulay and we recorded the second and the third in the series, and at the end of that recording we sort of made a commitment to each other that we just review the records and how the interviews were going. Now Ian, just want to, in the first instance this morning, you just want to talk about coaching, your mother's self-taught tennis career and how she wanted to give you a bit of a better push into the tennis life, and how the coaches in Milton were just so intertwined and critical. So if you want to have a discussion about that.
Yes, Peter, thanks for coming back and allowing us to continue with this YouTube. But as we discussed earlier, Mum was a top tennis player back in the after the war and up to the early 50s. And of course, Mum had two sons, my brother and myself, and as we got up and along in life, I suppose she wanted to see us continue and play a sport which would normally be tennis. And I guess that because she was self-coached, she really wanted to see us be taught by a professional. And I suppose going back to my first time with tennis, I attended the Mount Carmel convent at Cavendish Road at Cooperoo, and the particular coach at that school was Eric Maidens. Now, going back into those times, Eric was regarded as a top tennis player, and he had good experience and turned out to be quite a good coach. I suppose I was only with Eric for about 3 months, and we moved our home from Cooperoo over to Holland Park.
Yep.
And from there I attended the St Joachim's Convent at Holland Park. And of course the coach there was Flo Francisco.
She's quite unique, isn't she? She was a bit of a leader.
Yes, Flo had a tremendous background at tennis, or playing tennis, and I believe that she was the first professional lady coach in Australia. And I thought that her ways of coaching were particularly good. She concentrated on stroke play, and I guess it was through Flo Francisco that I was introduced to the age championships at Milton. And I think that you'll find that most of the coaches, to find out how their students were going, they entered into the age championships at Milton. And I suppose they came from country areas, all country areas. Rod Laver used to come in from Rockhampton. Frank Gorman was here whilst he was alive. And yes, they came from all parts of Queensland to compete. Some of the coaches that were there were probably Ian Cowie. Ian Cowie, he was at the time secretary of the Queensland Lawn Tennis Association, and he went into coaching, and also people like Gar Moon. Now, Gar was he was a top tennis player, and he was a notable coach as well. And I suppose that gives us a little bit of an idea.
It does. It just puts the threads just a little bit further back into history, closer to 1915 when Frew Park was established, and that's what part of the objective is to pick those leads and links up and try to build a visual picture in people's memory of just how important Milton was. However, you met Kenny Fletcher when you were in the AIDS Championship, didn't you?
Yes, actually I did, and I went to school with Ken. Although Ken was a few years, well not a few years, but a few months older than me, he was in a higher class at St Lawrence's College in South Brisbane. But I did not actually meet Ken at the school first up. It was through, say, the likes of Ian Cowie and Nugent Cameron. They had a close association with Mum and her tennis career. And Ian Cowie at the time, he was doing a little bit of coaching at St Lawrence's. And of course with the Age Championships coming up, and they knowing that Ken Fletcher was at the college, they sort of combined Ken and myself, or put us together, to compete in the junior boys doubles with the Age Championships.
And how'd you go?
Yeah, we went quite well. I suppose before we actually went into the championships, we had to practice together, and this we did at the courts at St Lawrence's, and then we continued on to play at Milton. But yes, we got through a couple of rounds, but...
She'll only be a bit jealous of that, I thought.
Yeah, well, Ken was very competitive. Yeah, he was, you know, I suppose we can discuss a little bit about Ken in a later YouTube.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
So what we might do is we may just end this one here, and thank you for watching.
I'm Billy Lee Lam, and I hope you are enjoying these YouTube videos of the great Milton Tennis Centre.
Frew Park rock!